things Premier League. So to start off with, we're going to be doing our team of the weekend from this match day. So my keeper, I'll go with Alisson.
I'd agree with that. For Alisson also.
Everyone going out?
Yeah, I went with Alisson as well.
Yeah, Alisson. Because I made some great saves.
Yeah, he
Clutch
made
saves.
cracking saves. Like the one against Pogba, like just should have gone in. Like
Just point blank.
yeah,
There's no debate really. Like he had a lot more to do in that game than De Gea, so I'd solidly say that
solid. Yeah,
Alisson.
So an honourable mention for that though, for me, Areola. I thought he had a cracking game.
Areola's actually.
Yeah.
Fucking
It's a cheeky little goal from Mount, so
Yeah.
Yeah. But so we're all agreed on Alisson in goal then.
yeah, I'd agree with that 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
That's my back four.
Yeah, I'd yeah.
I'll go with Trent at right back. I'll go with Stones and Lindelof at centre backs, and I'm going to go for Luke Shaw at left back.
No, I'd agree with Shaw, and I'd agree with Stones as well. I had Diaz in there as well. I thought Diaz had a great game for City, so I think he deserves a mention.
And who you got right back?
Right, but I had Diaz playing out of position, but I had Craig Dawson in there as well. He had a solid performance.
Oh, come on, man. Just chucks on the West Ham players.
The West Ham fan.
No. But a slight bias, but he's 3 clean sheets in a row. He's got 1 goal, and I think he's got 1 goal, 4 clean sheets in a row. He was solid at the back against Burnley. You know, I didn't let anything pass him. Every header was getting out of the box, so he deserves a shout. But at the same time, you know, obviously there has been better players, but no, he deserves a mention though.
He did have a solid. Bonner had a good game as well.
Yeah,
Bonner as well.
I would say that as well. If you were gonna put a West Ham defender in, I would not have picked Dawson. I would have chosen Bonner.
The only reason I said Dawson is because Dawson got voted on man of the match for the last 3 games, and that's considering it's Craig Dawson, and he wasn't hyped up at all.
Yeah.
Everyone looked down upon us when we signed him, but considering he's kept 3 clean sheets in a row, I'd have to. And 3 man matches in a row.
I will give you that. The Dawson and Bonner partnership is looking quite good for West Ham.
Yeah. No, I'd, obviously, like I would agree with the others. I would agree with Shaw. Luke Shaw was solid. He linked up really well with Maguire. I think Maguire was a little bit shaky, but Luke Shaw did cover up quite well. John Stones, obviously, he scored twice. You got to put him in there. Like he was there at the right time. So John Stones kind of has to be there. But I would agree with you on that.
Didn't have much to do defensively.
No.
But go on, Harley. What's yours?
I went with Aurier right back, and then I went with Bolly and Stones as the 2 centre backs, and then I had Luke Shaw in at left back.
That's solid. Solid.
I suppose Bolly for more of an attacking perspective. I mean, defensively, obviously, gave away a couple penalties, whatever. But I do. Yeah, from the attacking point of view, he's a real threat in the box for Wolves. So yeah, I don't understand what Bolly's there.
Yeah.
You look at the weekend he had as well, goal and assist.
Oh,
yeah, no, you kind of have to really in terms of contribution, 100%.
Yeah. So Siraaj, do you want to go with your thoughts?
Yeah. So I decided to choose. So at right back, mine's quite similar to yours actually, Kieran. But at right back, I had Aurier, like Harley did.
Okay.
Centre backs I had Stones and Lindelof, and then Shaw on the left. I thought Lindelof, especially the reason I chose Lindelof was because Lindelof and Maguire partnership is usually just
dodgy.
It's like watching like the Chuckle Brothers, like at the back, like so shaky. Just watching
very,
them.
very shaky.
Yeah, to me to you, yeah. It was
They did well. They did well against Liverpool.
Yeah, he handled them quite well. I thought he handled himself proper well. Like considering everyone was like, "Why the hell is he in the team for? Why are we playing Lindelof? He's done well for himself."
That's one of the reasons I put him in because I was doubting him. I was saying, "Why isn't Bailly starting?" And I thought Lindelof for me was up there with the best players in that game. So I think we're agreed with Shaw at left back.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And Stones at the centre back as well. They're the 2 definite.
Yeah. Okay, so now we got to agree on another centre back.
I'll say either Diaz or Bolly, I reckon.
I
I,
would say, Kieran, you gonna go first?
I'm backing Lindelof, you know. I'm
I'm
backing.
backing
Oh,
Lindelof
yeah.
as well. Yeah.
No, I'm happy
I'm
with
gonna-
Lindelof.
I-
He proved us all wrong. I'm happy with
Yeah,
him.
exactly. That's why it was a different performance yesterday from him. How about you, Harley?
Oh, I'm still set with Bolly just because even though they lost,
Ah,
even though they
this,
lost from centre back, goal and assist.
this is like the guy, like, if they're trying to convict OJ of murder, he's just the one guy who's
He
voting,
carried-
like, he's
no,
not
He,
guilty.
he carried that. He carried that team to keep them in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'll
But they still lost.
But I do think Lindelof.
Yeah.
As a United fan,
if you three are going for Lindelof, I'd happily put him in.
You're the United fan. You should be, like, voting for him first, mate.
Yeah, no, but I just think
Joking.
I just think Bolly had a better game.
Oh, fair enough. Actually.
okay, I'd go for Lindelof then. Well, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, because
Okay.
3-2-1.
Go for Lindelof then.
Okay. So that's the defence done.
So who's the right back?
Right back.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, right back.
Yeah,
It's
because
Trent.
I said
Trent or Aurier.
I'm sticking with Aurier.
I was saying Ori, and the other one I was thinking was Justin.
James Justin, we didn't have a bad game for Leicester, but I'd
You know he got king of the match, didn't he?
yeah. I mean, if it's fighted by Budweiser, it must be
Yeah.
decent. So yeah, go for it.
I'll back it.
Yeah, he did have a good game.
So who's our right back then? Justin.
I'll happily go Justin or
Yeah.
Yeah, between Justin and Aurier, I'd back Aurier.
Yeah.
He could get a goal. All right, yeah, fine. We'll go Ori.
Go Aurier. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, so the midfield. This is where mine's controversial because mine wouldn't work in a team because it's all three of my players are like creative.
Yeah,
Yeah, mine was.
Mine kind of.
I've gone De Bruyne, Maddison, and Mount. Even though there's no defensive midfielder in there,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, fair enough.
No, I'd back some of them. Yeah.
I'll definitely back Madison. Madison's very good. Great.
Okay, Maddison's in. Is everyone?
Thing is, I had mine a little bit different. I had Maddison in the front three.
Yeah, same with me. I start Maddison in my front three just to be a bit controversial with them.
Well, I don't mind. Well, let's hear what your three midfielders were then first.
Aidan, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. I had Thiago. I thought had a solid game in midfield. It was between him and Wijnaldum, but I've gone for Thiago. I've gone for De Bruyne as well because it's Kevin De Bruyne at the end of the day. You can't really go wrong with him. He was solid against Palace. And my other one, again, it was a tight one, but I've gone for Yuri Tielemans because obviously he got himself a couple assists as well, and he was solid for Leicester. So it was between Tielemans and Mount, I think, but I opted for Tielemans because obviously the 2 assists, and he was all round solid.
See, the thing is, I think people hate, like, obviously I don't think Mount should start for England. I know Grealish and Maddison are both better than him, but I think Mount is becoming underrated because of how much Southgate bombed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's a bit
There's too much like hype for him.
Yeah.
And he's not lived up to it.
Yeah,
I think he needs to go on loan. I think to a mid-table team where he can flourish and become sort of one of their best players. I feel like that'd do world of good for him. If he would go,
especially for his confidence as well.
If you could go to a team like a Villa or a Southampton and become their best player, I reckon people would rate him a lot more than him being a star-side of Chelsea team.
They'd notice him a lot more as well.
Yeah,
exactly. Exact same thing as Declan Rice. I don't think Declan Rice would be noticed if he was in the Chelsea team. In fact, he's playing for a West Ham and he's got such a high profile because he's carrying the West Ham team.
Yeah.
So it works the same as Mount. He's in a big team.
I'm, you know this, Aidan. I'm not a fan of Rice. He plays too much negative football.
It's a discussion for another day, really, that one. But he's no denying. Yeah, he's class, but
I think he's good. But I mean, he wasn't good enough for the team of the week this week.
No, not for team of the week. No, he was solid, but there's been better players this week.
So what are we saying? How many people had Tielemans in?
I had Tielemans.
I had Tielemans, yeah. So we all had Tielemans.
I didn't, but I'm happy to put him in.
Yeah.
Right, so
Tielemans. Quality weekend.
I very strongly feel that Mount should be in the team.
I've not got Mount in my team.
I haven't.
I've
I've
not
had
got.
Thiago.
I've not got Mount, but he was a near miss for me.
I
was going to put him in.
I don't have Mount or Thiago on my team.
I had Thiago.
I've got Undembele, obviously, and then Tielemans as well. And then I've got Pereira.
He scored a cracking goal, to be fair to him. So I wouldn't.
Pereira, because he scored twice. So
Pereira, yeah, that's a good shout.
He's in my attack.
Yeah. Another reason because he's listed as an attacking midfielder, so that's why.
Yeah, that's why I put him into my midfield rather than.
Yeah, I would happily vouch for Pereira. I think obviously everyone's going to say how he only scored a couple of penalties, but no, he was solid for West Brom and he really upped them out. I mean, there's a big derby game as well.
But it's like it doesn't matter how you score. Goal is a goal.
Exactly, 100%. He takes some balls to score from a penalty.
Oh dear.
Okay, so what we're going with?
No slander, man.
With Tielemans is 100% secured in there.
Yeah. Are we going to compromise and go for Mount and Pereira? Or
are we leaving out De Bruyne though? In that case,
I can leave De Bruyne. De Bruyne had a banging game.
So wait, you guys are saying Mount over Thiago?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair, yeah, I guess they did get the win. He got the goal, yeah.
He created so many chances.
Yeah, true.
I'll go Mount.
That's the thing. If Werner had put some of those chances away, Mount would have got the recognition he deserved from this weekend.
Yeah, I agree. Like Werner, I still rate Werner, but he's just not suited to the Prem.
He's not settled. He's not handling the pressure that the defence put on him.
Imagine having Werner up front. It just sounds like Mr. Tumble trying to score a goal.
Yours truly.
It's more like where he's been rushed into taking the shot. He's not used to that. He's used to be given time to like compose himself.
Yeah.
Where he's being rushed, he's scared. He doesn't know what to do.
But Bundesliga, they play high line, so like it's kind of like how Dan James played like against Leeds, where he just got in behind. He just goes 1-on-1 because he's so quick, and he struggles because the Premier League is just. It's just different, like the way we press. A lot of teams now, attack as like a unit and defend as a unit. So like, they come back together, attack together. So it's hard.
The prime example of that was just the Man United Liverpool game.
Yeah.
Both teams are doing it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I said that was going to be 0-0 before the game because I knew that both teams were going to counteract each other so well. I knew as soon as United were countering, Liverpool were going to stick men behind the ball.
Yeah.
And obviously United. Every time Liverpool were in their own half, whatever, United put men behind the ball all the time.
Yeah.
So I always knew that would end as a stalemate. I had it before the game.
I was 50-50. I was like, it was either going to be a draw or someone's going to go goal either way, just the pace when they attack.
I agree.
One of my mates thought United were going to win 4-3. I was like, are you mad?
No.
4-3.
There would never have been more than 2 goals in that game.
Yeah, Liverpool United always is a very tight game. It's always very stalemate.
It'd be interesting to see when they play each other again at the weekend how that goes.
Yeah,
I think there'll be goals in that one. I think it'll be more. They don't care.
There'll be a lot of youngsters, I reckon. I've got a feeling both teams might put a few youngsters.
I think there'll be a few youngsters in the Liverpool side. I reckon United go for a very similar side to what they started.
Yeah, because we've got Sheffield United after, so I think I don't know. He's not going to see it as a rest, so I think.
I honestly, I hope United do put a full side up because I would favour West Ham going to Old Trafford in the next round a lot more than I'd favour West Ham going to Anfield, in my opinion. Just because traditionally,
even as United fan, based on the performances we've had at home this season, has not been the greatest.
No, but I'd never want to play any team at Anfield. Anfield are tough place to go.
What are they unbeaten at Anfield in what?
3 years.
3.5
years now.
Something like that now.
3.5 years I saw. I think it's.
Yeah, I think it's 3.5, like 3.5, 4 years.
Yeah, that is insane. Absolutely insane.
But you think somewhere like Old Trafford, first game of the season, lost there against Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of boys from Croydon.
I mean, I don't know. It's just United's home form, and I don't know. Like their home form's a lot less sort of.
And then you look at their away form. It's They're brilliant.
Like they literally, you haven't lost in what, like how many games is it? I
think it was 11.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's definitely this season. Can we move on to our forwards?
Yeah, no, I'd say you got to move ahead forwards.
Yeah.
Kieran, who did you have?
Let me just double check quickly. Go on, does someone want to go before me?
I will if you want.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm happy to go. So Aidan, you go first, mate.
I had Son. Apologies for the bias. I had Mikel Antonio, and I had James Maddison as well. I snuck him into my front three, even though technically he is a midfielder himself.
I did exactly the same as you, putting Maddison in there up as the front three. I just wanted to get him in for the weekend.
Also, I would vouch for Pereira as an attacker. I don't know how much West Brom play him as an attacker, but if we're having some leeway on this, Mateus Pereira could be in there.
I'll swap Pereira around with Maddison. So I put Maddison in my front three, and then I had Kane and Sterling as well. So
I
Kane top, Sterling there.
as well.
I think I've got to say I was saying with Siraaj. I had Maddison, Kane, and Sterling.
So
you can't argue with Harry Kane, really. I don't think. I mean, as much as I'm going to be biased and say Mikel Antonio, it's Harry Kane. It's Harry Kane at the end of the day. You can't knock him for what he does. Yeah. He's a natural goal scorer. So, yeah, I'd happily have Harry Kane in there. Why not?
You can't defend against him. That's the thing. Like,
no matter what team, like.
He's not like one of those players, like, his favoured foot. Like, you put him on either of his foot and he's going to have a shot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I used to be a massive critic of Kane. I used to slag him off quite a lot, but he can't, there's none. He's, in my opinion, he's within the top two in the best strikers in the Premier League. I'm not.
Yeah, he's probably the best striker.
Best striker, yeah. No, I'd say he's the best. Yeah, he's the best England have got as well at the moment. So yeah, you can't knock Harry Kane.
Calvert-Lewin gave him a run for his money at the start of the season, but then he dropped off
a bit. I knew he would. He pulled it.
But, yeah, I think everyone kind of called it a little bit. Calvert-Lewin, because.
But then Ings is up there as well from the form he's been on.
Danny Ings has been on fire, man.
Vardy.
Yeah, Vardy as well.
Vardy's consistently.
Yeah, but Vardy's not going to get a chance for England now, is he?
He's retired from
international.
Yeah, he shouldn't. You can't blame him, really. It was too late for him to play, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just say it's really hard to go for obviously to speak about the best forwards of the week when, to be fair, there were some very, very low scoring games. Apart from the Black Country Derby, every other game was 1 or 2-0 either way.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so if we have Pereira in there, then we have Sterling and Kane. And that would have been playing Pereira on the right, but I think you could put in a shift. Yeah,
Pereira.
Did Maddison get put into the midfield?
Yeah. So we put Pereira in there originally.
Yeah, midfield. Maddison.
Yeah, I definitely think Pereira and Maddison both deserve to be in it.
Yeah, okay. I'm happy to go with that. So that's our team then.
Sorted.
And then as a manager, if we're picking a manager, Big Sam. It's got to be Big Sam.
It has to be Allardyce, I think. I mean, I'm a massive fan of Allardyce. I mean, you could argue for Klopp, but for a manager that's come in, he's getting loads of criticism, and he's going to come back from behind to win away from home against the biggest rivals. Yeah, that's kind of has to be there, really. It kind of has to be Big Sam.
Yeah,
just for the.
I'd back that.
Okay, yeah.
I 100% agree. So that's the team done and dusted. So we've got just to confirm. So it's Alisson in goal.
Yeah.
Justin at right back. Stones and Lindelof centre back. Shaw at left back. Maddison, Mount, and who was the other one that you all had? Tielemans. Maddison, Mount, and Tielemans. And then Sterling, Kane, and Pereira as the front three.
Yeah.
I think that's the team. I'm happy with that.
It's a good team, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's a
solid.
Yeah, so good.
Now, has everyone got their predictions ready?
Just get mine up on my phone.
Oh,
somewhat.
Yeah. Should we go through game by game, or do you want to all just go?
Go game by game, I say.
Okay.
Why not?
So first of all, West Ham versus West Brom at London Stadium. I am gonna go. Much as I hate them, I'm gonna go West Ham 1-0. I think.
Fair enough.
I think it'll be maybe a Souček or Antonio. I just got a feeling. I don't know. I can't see West Brom pulling off another win.
I've got a feeling it's going to be a very end-to-end game.
Yeah. West Ham actually are quite a good team side, so I always thought that they were gonna. My original prediction, I thought that West Ham might win, but I think I'm gonna go the 1-1 here. I think
Really?
I think West Ham will break through West Brom's defense and all. But I don't know. I think Brom might get like a penalty or something. I think
Yeah.
they had a good big game against Wolves, and that doesn't mean everything. But I just think that they could sneak a draw in. I wouldn't be surprised. So I'm gonna go 1-0.
The thing is, it does mean quite a lot. Wolves are a very very tough team to play.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah.
We struggled.
After watching us, I don't know. I'm gonna say 2-1 to us. I'm gonna say 2-1 West Ham because I've got a feeling it's kind of written in the stars that either Dean Garner or Snodgrass is going to score against us. It's kind of our thing. We let former players kind of walk all over us. Happened with Kiate scored against us for Palace. So I'd say 2-1 to West Ham for that one. I'm confident that we'll.
That's my.
I feel they'll probably go 1-0 up from a corner, I think, and then we'll win 2-1. That's my prediction at the end of the day. So
having in their last, I think it's their last 3 games, isn't it? Or it was like 360 minutes or something. So 4 games.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah, I think I saw that somewhere. I might be making that up, but I'm pretty sure that is a stat. Or 380 it might even be. But Harley, what's your prediction?
I've gone exactly the same as what Aidan just said. I've gone with 2-1 West Ham.
Okay. All right, I think so. The majority of us have gone for a West Ham win. Siraaj got a draw. So remember, it's just to explain to everyone watching. It's 1 point for the correct winner of the game, or if it's a draw and you get that right, you get 1 point, and then the correct scoreline is 3 points. So that's how it's working.
Yeah.
So the next game is Leicester City versus Chelsea. Shall I go first again?
Go for it.
I'm going with a 2-1 Leicester City win. Chelsea have just not quite done it for me.
Compared to the team and player standards they've got, they've massively underperformed.
Yeah, I agree. I just think, God's not the right man. He's a great player, don't get me wrong, one of the best ever Premier League players.
That's what I was going to say. The same thing. I was going to say, do you think he needs to happen what they've done at United with Solskjaer? Just give him a bit more time, or do you think his time's done?
I think his time's done. He spent too much money to be where they are in the league, in my opinion.
Well, back that. No, he's spent an awful lot considering, they're nowhere near having a title challenge with the amount of money they spent. With the squad they've got, they should be well up there. But no, I'd say give Lampard till the end of the transfer window. See who he needs to bring in. If he brings in some good players and they start performing, Chelsea is sorted. At the end of the day, I feel like they need a couple more and then they're sorted. But
the thing is with Chelsea, defensively, they've been a very strong team.
Mm-hmm.
It's just they just need another player to come in and push Werner.
Yeah,
They need to sign Igalo on loan, man. That would be a masterclass stroke by Frank Lampard. He plays like 2 games and just sits on the reserves the rest of the season.
I did see earlier they were linked to Haaland. I don't know if that will actually happen, but if that happened...
So I'll tell you who I think would be a good signing for them. I reckon someone like Inaki Williams.
Yeah.
Would he... But the thing is, they have got... So they got Giroud, who, in my opinion, everyone knows I think he's so underrated.
Yeah.
I would take him in a heartbeat. Yeah, 100%.
He's one of those players. If you want, he doesn't like he scores a fair amount of shit goals, but if you want goals scored, he'll score goals.
Yeah, he just gets goals. He's the Premier League equivalent of Charlie Austin.
Oh yeah, Charlie. Well, absolutely.
Happy he'll get a goal.
His positioning is amazing. He's always there at the right place.
Do you know he's only a few goals off Thierry Henry's France record as well.
Yeah, I don't think it's many he's off. It's only a few.
Yeah. No, not got long to go. Like
he'd definitely go past it.
Yeah, he will because they play him all the time. They bring him on, and rightfully so. I mean, he's
he deserves to be a Premier League striker, and I feel like
especially with the Euros coming up soon as well.
Exactly, I think it's the exact same situation.
They got ice cold Martial.
After the form he's I'd start you up top front.
It's back to that point I said about Mount as well. I feel like two different perspectives. Mount as a young player would thrive going to a smaller team. I think Giroud as well. He's proven it at Chelsea, but he can be a 20-goal a season main marksman for a kind of upper mid-table sides. I reckon he'd do a solid job.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He would done
as well.
For a late career renaissance. I reckon he would be solid mid-table side or upper mid-table. He's better than that, but for a late career sort of move, why not?
I can see him doing that. You know, I don't think he'd.
Yeah, I would say you can see him as the sort of player who wouldn't want to end his career in like Italy or America. He'd want to stay in the Prem and do it with
I think
another team.
I don't think he's 100 club yet, but he'll get there.
Yeah, I think he will. I think he'll have a solid late season. I reckon he'll be quite old, but he'll have a solid, like Vardy, sort of. Or even Danny Ings, really. I know Danny Ings isn't ancient, but Danny Ings kind of late on in his career decided to just go bang, 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 scoring goals like mad.
Yeah, I think he's got to the point in his career. It's like he's like this season, maybe one or two more left.
Yeah.
And then he's sort of just gone, I've got nothing to lose anymore. If I get injured, it's not the end of the world because I'm near the end of my career anyway. So he's just going for everything. He's just going for it.
I agree.
It's working. And Walcott
I would agree with that
as well.
So should we move on to the next game then?
I think are we still on the left, the Chelsea one?
Yeah, no, I'd quickly say 1-0 as my prediction.
I went with 3-2 Leicester.
Okay.
I went 2-0 Leicester.
All right, so we're all kind of in agreement.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think Leicester are too good at the moment.
Man, that midfield, Ndidi, Tielemans, what was it called? Madison, and it's Pratt is a midfielder, isn't he? Pratt, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Pratt, yeah.
Pratt, yeah.
But their midfield is very good, man.
They do look good. I think they could really challenge for Champions League football.
Oh,
of course, 100%. Yeah. I said at the start of the season, 100% Leicester are getting.
I think they're third now, aren't they? Third or fourth?
Second. Are they not second?
Finished.
No, they're third.
City is second.
City, before the City game, they were second.
I think they got there because they're 1 point behind with game in hand.
We're top of the league, man. The best feeling in the world.
Are gonna.
It's unbelievable.
And I think it'll be midweek because I think they're gonna beat Villa 2-1.
I put City Villa. I put that as 2-2.
2-2.
I've gone for a quite predictable 3-1 to City.
Nice.
Maybe. I don't know if that's controversial, but I'm going 3-1 City.
I've gone 2-1 City. I was going to go 3-1 because I think Villa are going to be rusty. Like after their whole squad had the virus, and they haven't trained. Obviously,
I did not take that into consideration. I was thinking it's what I'll talk about sort of later. But Pep Guardiola doesn't just beat sides; he batters sides.
Yeah,
he doesn't hold back.
Yeah, well, we will come back to that. Don't you worry.
But yeah.
I think Dean Smith's just a bit of a. I think City will win. Don't get me wrong, but I just think Dean Smith will hold out. Like it won't be an embarrassing game.
Nah, he won't concede 5, whatever. But at the end of the day, you can't really hold back. City don't hold back at the end of the day. At all.
The thing is with City this season, they've been so unpredictable. Like one game they turn up and win.
Next, yeah.
They've smashed goals in. Next week they turn up and they draw 0-0.
Exactly.
That's the Guardiola way. But
Yeah, that's just.
Anyway, so the next game is Fulham versus Barchester United.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm joking. Yeah.
Alright, Kieran, what would you get for that?
Kieran, I don't care, mate. As long as we're still top of the league.
Yeah.
It won't be for long. But yeah.
I'm gonna relish in this moment, man. January, best month of the year.
First time we've been top in about 6 years.
Literally, man. Since like SAF.
Yeah, since the Saturday.
I genuinely think I think they actually said that. I think the last time we were top of the league was like 2012.
Yeah, it was in Ferguson's last season.
Yeah, we won it in that season, but yeah, that was it. Yeah, for 7-8 years.
Yeah, and then we've not been first since.
To be fair, in this game, I wouldn't count out a shock from Fulham, but I don't think they're going to do it.
I think. Go on,
I really rate Scott Parker. I do rate Scott Parker. Obviously he's a former West Ham captain. I do like Scotty Parker. I think he's got a few more years to adapt, I reckon, as a manager. A few more years to grow as a manager, but I do like him. But for this game, I think I'm going to say 2-0 to Man United. I feel that they've just got the star power and the quality to just brush aside of Fulham.
I'll tell you, I'm happy with that, Aidan.
Are you going with 2-0 as well?
No, I went 3-1 United.
I actually went 1-0 United.
I also went 1-0 United. I just feel like it's going to be a bit cagey.
Yeah.
You know, United don't have the most confidence because they drew. Obviously, I know they're top of the league, so they do have confidence. But in the fact that the performance against Liverpool, I mean, it wasn't exactly like exciting. I just feel like they're going to go for the same.
Yeah. Fulham tend to have like this sort of period of the game where they tend to get a little bit scratchy, a little bit rough, a little bit mistake prone, and they end up just kind of losing their heads a little bit. It's either fluffing up from 12 yards or putting in 2-foot tackles for no reason. It's just they have a little blip in it, that little blip in the game where it lets them down.
Especially after this weekend, United, I think they're very happy about where they are now. That they've sort of stopped trying to play the attacking football they started the season off with. They're sort of happy to sit back, let teams come at them, and if they get a chance to go forward, they go forward. But if they don't,
look how different United play when they do have that more sort of defensive mentality and they do focus on defending. Because as soon as they start going forward, you've only got to look at that Tottenham game at the start of the season.
As soon as they go forward, the defence falls apart.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's the Spurs game at the start of the season. Like that was embarrassing. To come back, Solskjaer has done so well to come back from that.
Yeah,
very funny for me.
No, I remember like watching that game. We were 1-0 up. I saw the score and I turned it on and I was so gassed. Like, I was just sitting there like we're gonna do this, and then like Son and stuff. They put 2 goals in. And it's like 2-1 in 10 minutes.
Bro.
And then it just went down.
Amazing duo. Best attacking for me is Son and Kane.
What, this season or all time?
No, not all time.
Just this season.
Yeah.
I would reluctantly back that.
100%.
I would reluctantly back that.
Yeah, definitely.
It's almost like they were like, it's like York and Cole. It's just how they're telepathic when they play with each other. They just know what the runs are going to be. They know where each other's going to be, and they play it and they score.
I'll come on to this in probably about 5 minutes when we talk about the best manager in the Prem. But I think it's because of Mourinho. I think Mourinho's brought that out in them.
Yeah.
I do.
Have you seen the documentary?
Yeah, the documentary.
Yeah, you just see like he just changes the mentality. Like they kind of ruthless. They just seem like a more ruthless team, and when they get a chance, when a team makes a mistake and Tottenham get given the chance, the ball comes to their feet. You know, they don't hold back. They punish you.
Yeah, I agree. Anyway.
I think he's trying a lot more at Tottenham than he was at United, just because obviously they've never got anything, and he's trying to prove that he can get something there.
Yeah. I agree. So the final game of the week, like this, so it's midweek obviously, so this match week Liverpool versus Burnley, which I think is an interesting. Both of them have been struggling for goals recently, and that's why I'm going 1-0 Liverpool.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna say, obviously Burnley. I checked a stat the other day, and well now I think it's either 21 or 22 goals that they've conceded this season.
Yeah,
Which is like that's even lower than United, and we're top of the league, and they've only
I
scored
think
like 9.
Burnley have got I think they've scored the least goals in the Premier League. I might be
Yeah.
wrong, but I'm pretty sure even Sheffield United have scored more than them.
Yeah.
The least
But
goals.
that's how Burnley have always played like that. Everyone's behind the ball,
Yeah.
other than the one striker, and they smack it up to him, and he just try and scramble.
Yeah, after watching the game Saturday, I'm not sure if Fabianski. I think he made one save, and that was a long range shot from Goodmanson. Other than that, Burnley did not offer a lot.
Yeah.
Hence why I'm going for a 2-0 Liverpool win.
2-0.
I've gone for a bit of a shock here. I've got down 1-1 draw.
A 1-1 draw.
Risky, but I rate it. I do respect that. I rate it. I respect that.
And I'm not ruling it out. I just can't see Burnley scoring.
Yeah, scoring. Unless like Trent scores an own goal or something.
Chris Wood getting his big meaty head on
a team like Burnley, all you need to do is give away one corner and they take their chance.
Yeah.
A big Ben Mee header.
Yeah.
Why not?
I reckon that's what it would be as well. Is Ben Mee
if
header.
there is a goal, that you're right. They won't score from open play.
If you're looking at it from that perspective, I can see if Burnley are scoring, they're taking a lead, and then Liverpool are coming back straight away. But
we'll see.
We'll see.
I just think Nick Pope is just he's been incredible this season.
He's class.
He should be. He's definitely 100% England's number one.
Yeah, 100%.
We'll do. So next week we could do an England 23. Let us know in like the comments if you want.
I will happily back 23 man squad.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. How to get Luke Shaw in there? Just gonna say that. Gonna give a little teaser.
I think definitely another little teaser.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'll speak about that next week, but I disagree. But I think is it time to move on?
Go ahead. We'll move on.
Yeah, I think that's all the predictions done now.
Predictions done. So
I think we haven't done who we think player of the week.
Player of the week. Ooh.
I am going to put forward. I think I'm going to go with John Stones. I've got to give it to him. He didn't score. He hasn't scored for City in the Premier League, and he comes in, scores 2 goals, puts in a solid performance. I'm backing him.
I back that. He was solid. My initial thought was either. I was going to say Alisson, but Alisson again didn't really have a lot to do. So
he saved two very good saves, but
it's not. I don't think that warrants that. Obviously, Mateus Pereira's got to be up there for a shout. He was. Yeah. Mateus Pereira's got to be. I would say he was up there, but no, I might back you on that one. To be fair.
All right, Harley, you happy with John Stones?
I've got John Stones down just because obviously he scored twice and they kept a clean sheet as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's unfortunate because I hate City, but I can't deny kind of like Luke Shaw. He's had a bit of a resurrection recently.
He sort of fell off. He has exactly what Luke Shaw done. He sort of fell off, disappeared for a while, come back and sort of turned around and went, I do want to play.
And he's keeping Laporte out of the team.
So I put a team out for an England team. I don't know if you saw my Instagram post. I put an England team out, and I put Dwyer and Gomez as my centre backs. But I wish I'd have put Stones in. As soon as someone commented Stones, I was like, shit.
Yeah, no, you can't really go wrong with John Stones. To be fair,
I think he's I think he's.
As we're talking, Arsenal 1-0 up against Newcastle. Saying.
Yeah, just saw that Aubameyang.
Oh,
it's good. What's going on?
Yeah, but you say that it come up a minute ago on my phone on my Twitter saying Aubameyang missed a really bad. He had a really good chance and he completely fucked up.
I'm really not surprised to be honest. He's great. He's quality, and admittedly, last season I was backing him as better than Kane. I'll put my hands up and say that was a mistake. However, yeah.
Thomas Partey with the assist. Nice.
Arsenal fans gonna act like he's better than Bruno Fernandes now.
Yeah, they're going to act like Thomas Partey's the second coming of Jesus now, but...
I'll tell you what, they already act like Kieran Tierney is. Bloody hell.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, no,
Don't
it's...
get me started.
Every Arsenal...
Yeah, they're just trying to ignore that game when he completely stacked play with the ball.
That was some black magic stuff, man. Like, I don't know what happened
No, Arsenal fans do like Tierney, and
But the Chelsea fans...
Sakai Karuga, I'm looking at you for that one.
Going forward, he's one of the best left-backs in the league. No doubt about it.
No doubt about that. Best left-back by far in the league is Chilwell.
Robertson.
It's Chilwell.
Robertson.
Cresswell.
Class, man.
Cresswell. Cresswell, you can't even put him out there as a shout.
No. I was joking though. He's class, but I don't know.
He is a good. Cresswell is a good player, but he's nowhere near up there.
No,
Brandon Williams, man.
I'd say Chilwell, 100%.
I'd say Robertson.
It's between Robertson and Chilwell. Robertson.
Like, I honestly, I like Trent. I think he's good, but I don't think he's he's Liverpool's star man the way, not star man, but he doesn't have that quality that Robertson has. Robertson is underrated, man. Guy's class.
No, if he's under, I think Davis is better than him, but Robertson is quality. But yeah, I think we should.
Alphonso Davis. They're both obviously at a similar level. Davis is probably better than him, but I just think Robertson is definitely up there.
Robertson's up there, no doubt about it. Easily, they're the top two left backs in the world right now.
Yeah, I guess they're the two best teams as well, innit?
Davies, you could definitely put there as number one. He's unbelievable.
Yeah,
especially for how young he is as well.
Yeah, how is he? 22?
I think he is. I think he's only 20. I think he might be 21.
Yeah, because he's at Vancouver.
Very young.
And then he came.
So we've got the managers to now decide. This is the
big debate.
So
right, let's get my stats up.
Right.
Let's go.
Kieran, do you want to represent your manager first?
I'm backing Jose Mourinho. Of course I am. I don't need stats. I'm saying he is the special one. He's done it with Porto, done it with Chelsea. He's doing bits.
Again.
He's revolutionising Tottenham. And, he won the Champions League with Porto in a year where, there was so many quality teams. AC Milan were...
Yeah.
I'd
agree with you in that.
There was...
I would agree with you, but I still don't think the next... It needs to be at Spurs for a few years.
You don't need any stats to put behind that. You just mention the name. Everyone knows all that he's achieved.
I reckon in the next... I can't see him winning a trophy this season with Spurs.
Yeah.
I can see them win. I can see them winning the Europa League.
I can see them win the FA Cup. They'll get easy run.
I said at the start of the season, I've got a bad feeling the Spurs will win the Europa League, but League Cup, they got a good shout against, obviously against City.
I think outplay them that game. I think City will come out all guns blazing, I think.
Yeah.
It's going to be a big game, Guardiola, Mourinho.
Exactly. Hence why I've gone for that's why I've gone for Guardiola. It's unprecedented that Pep Guardiola is one of the best managers, if not the best manager in world football, considering he's done it all across Europe. 14 trophies in Spain, 7 trophies in the Bundesliga, and 8 trophies as Man City manager. He's won everything there is to offer, really.
Have you ever seen Pep Guardiola come into a team which is underachieving and turn it around?
I did see that debate earlier. I think it was on Facebook, and someone replied with Pep Guardiola doesn't go to smaller teams.
Yeah, he wouldn't.
It'd be interesting to see if he did. It'd be interesting to see how he would manage a smaller team. I can't see a small team that would employ him.
I mean, I'm Raul out, so I mean, I would take him at million.
Yeah. What I do like about
on
Pep
like £10 a
Guardiola,
week and a crisp packet and a pint.
you know what Guardiola said? He said with this whole financial fair play, there was this weird rumor that Man City could get relegated to League Two or something due to some weird financial fair play problems.
Oh, really?
Pep Guardiola said if City got relegated to League Two, he would still be manager. So
yeah, bullshit. He's gone first.
You think he would go?
Yeah, he's not loyal.
I'm speaking of the Arsenal game. It is 2-0. Saka's just scored.
Oh my gosh.
Loving it.
See, that was my prediction. I said 2.
I hate it when Arsenal fans smile, man. It pisses me off. It actually does. They're gonna go on some next rant now.
Yeah, how they're gonna like suddenly pick up like some next second wind form.
Yeah, I still think they're finishing the bottom half though.
Oh, I still remember when
they'll be mid-table.
Yeah.
I think
off for me.
on West level at the end of the season. Let me check who Arsenal got next.
And while Kieran's doing that, Siraaj, do you want to go with who you chose as your manager?
So, I mean, yeah, bare people are going to crease at this one. I mean, I went with Ollie just for the vibes, but I do have like a reasonable point for it. I was just saying that it's not it's not as much just for the tactics he does, but I think it's what he's brought to the changing room. Like one thing I've seen, and I'm not saying he's the best manager in the league. I'm just saying the reason why I think he's done well for like the experience he's had, or for what people have doubted him for. A lot of people have said he's a PE teacher and stuff. And I
was
think,
just about to say, I think the school down the road needs a new PE teacher, but
Mr. Randall's leaving.
No.
I can see
let me finish.
The whole dressing room thing.
No, he's it's a very. You see a load of players now that have obviously a lot of top players. Obviously, your Lampard, your Gerrard's getting into management, doing. I mean, fairly well. I mean, no one expected Lampard to. Obviously, I know the Derby team didn't get promoted, but he done really well with that Derby team.
The Derby, I got to hand it to him. He did.
And he's not done a terrible job with Chelsea. He could be doing better though. Gerrard, he's doing.
I would say he has done a terrible job with Chelsea. If you look at the players and team he's been given,
he was just too early on for him. Really, I think we've been lucky. Like we've got Fernandes in our team.
Gerrard, I think Liverpool done a good job by just disregarding the Gerrard rumours straight away.
I think the thing with Chelsea is they jumped in too quickly with Lampard. They should have given him more time, more experience with a team like that.
He should have gone with what Gerrard done, because Gerrard is doing so well at Rangers at the moment. If Gerrard can cut it in England in the Championship, then I reckon Gerrard will be a top manager. He's doing so well at Rangers at the moment, obviously to be top of the Scottish League at this point. But obviously back to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He didn't do a great job at Cardiff. He was really poor at Cardiff. But
didn't he?
He was shite at Cardiff, and then he went to
Mulder went back.
Then he got.
I was really surprised Man United employed him.
It was. I think the reason why they employed him at the time was more just like fan service, was to keep fans happy. Like, we're bringing back a legend for you guys.
How many managers were you linked to? You were linked to what? Allegri. You were linked to someone else, weren't you?
Yeah.
I think it was only Poch that they was like, they're going to get him Poch. They're going to get him Poch, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Solskjaer's there with the job.
But I'm not necessarily saying he's the best. But what I'm saying is, I think the team spirit he brings, like the way we've come back in many games, reminds me of like some of the Ferguson era, like the way we played against Southampton and West Ham.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of how Solskjaer played.
Yeah.
It's that. Solskjaer and Javier Hernandez, like those sort of super sub type players, like the way to come back into the games, and you only get that when the players are motivated. He's getting good game time out of Pogba now. Like I think Pogba's playing well, maybe to get a move in the summer. That's obviously like a big shout. But like I just feel like he's brought a lot of like Mourinho and Van Gaal, Moyes. They all struggled with they kind of alienated the players. He's been very good at like sort of trying to keep the players together, and tactically we do get shown up sometimes. Against big teams, we've got against the the others in the top 6. There's 5 other teams, and we've only gotten 3 points against them this season in 5 games. But but still, like the smaller games, and we still managed to do well, and obviously we're top of the league. So I mean that stands for something.
Yeah, I was going to say what you want about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. At the end of the day, his team's at the top of the league. So
true.
Exactly.
You've got a good point there. You are top of the league. However, I just feel.
However, how long are you going to stay there though? That's the thing.
Yeah.
I think there'll be a decline. I don't think it'll be as steep of a decline as some people think. But I think top four. I think you get top four, but I can't see United winning the league.
It's a controversial one because back to what we said about players becoming managers. Hasn't Arteta technically won more trophies than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as manager?
Yes.
But Arteta gets so much stick. I mean, I'm not saying Arteta's a good manager, but he's got a trophy in his trophy cabinet.
Very true.
Arteta only started to get hate though because they did go on a really bad run. I mean, they lost to Burnley and who else did they lose to? They lost to quite a lot of teams.
If you look at the score at the moment now, they're recovering.
Yeah, they're recovering.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like they went
up again.
They went on a really bad run, but they're recovering. And I don't know with Arteta. I guess maybe the players just found some motivation now, or I don't know what's going on at Arsenal really.
I think it's bringing the youngsters in.
Yeah.
Could be. I think that's sort of like told like the main starting players just like shit. We actually need to start playing well, otherwise he just get rid of us and start playing them instead.
And all those lot like a kick up the arse, in my opinion. Like just
he's
play well, you're not going to get picked. And now they've started playing well.
Which is exactly what happened. Was exactly what's happened with Pogba with Fernandes and Van der Beek coming.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I thought that Arteta coming in, I thought he would be. I don't know what. I thought he would be like Guardiola. I thought he would manage like Guardiola. I thought he would set his teams up like Pep did. I thought he would learn a lot of stuff from Pep Guardiola at the end of the day, but now it almost seems like he was sort of just there. He's kind of his right-hand man and not really doing much. I mean, think about it. It was the Spanish lad. You're expecting some sort of nice sort of tiki-taka football. You're expecting it to be like Guardiola football, but it's really not with Arsenal. Sometimes it's really deteriorating to watch.
Arsenal, I think they do try to do that style of football. They don't have the players capable of doing it.
No, the Arsenal way has always been very good passing moves. It's not pretty, but at the end of the day, they will pass it all around the pitch. They will mug everyone off, and they'll
they've got space for someone who's far.
Yeah, exactly. They will pass it around until the ball's in the back of the net. That's always been Arsenal's mentality.
And what I'll say is
one thing he's played. His Arsenal team. Like this is controversial to say, but in recent weeks, his Arsenal team has played the best football that an Arsenal team has played since Wenger, in my opinion.
No, they had that little run with Freddie Ljungberg a little bit, but he wasn't anything really. Emery was a bit just off. I don't think it wasn't anything really. Emery. It was a short stint, but he was didn't cut it.
He was very average manager.
Yeah.
Yeah, they. I don't know with Arsenal. They're never going to get another Wenger. That's the only problem with them. Yeah. They want another Wenger. It's the same as Man United. They're never going to get an Alex Ferguson.
You are never going to, with Wenger and Ferguson, they're never going to be two managers that good ever again.
Yeah, so they're two teams that I feel like the only trouble is with them. They're searching for the replacement. They're searching for the new Sir Alex. They're searching for a new Wenger, but they're not going to get one. They need to adapt. They need to move on. They need to play a different style of football. They need to stick to their morals, but again, just play a different style. Don't stick to Wenger ball. Don't stick to Sir Alex Ferguson's tactics. Just try and move on, adapt. The game is changing.
But the thing is, link it back to what Siraaj said about bringing Solskjaer in. That is the whole. I think the whole idea of that was more look at what he achieved at United. How young he was when he achieved it.
He was a very good player.
Now look back as a club legend. They sort of like he can sort of like relate with the players.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that's probably what...
the dressing room spirit to like get them motivated to play well, succeed.
Yeah, that's exactly what Chelsea wanted to achieve with Lampard as well. They wanted him, a player that knows the club inside out. And in Chelsea's point of view, there's no better player than Frank Lampard. He knows. I was going to say that if Lampard had Terry as his right hand man, I mean, they're both in a day. They're not.
Yeah, I think that's the sort of thing you need. If Lampard and Terry were there together, would the club be how it is now, or would it be how it is?
Same job. If you notice how Villa have been defending recently, that's because of Terry. Terry's doing an insane job as their assistant manager.
Oh yeah, he's their assistant, isn't he? Yeah.
Honestly, he like give Dean Smith all the credit, but John Terry, I think he's had a big say in how they're defending. I think that's why they're doing so well defensively. But what's it, Harley? So you haven't.
Yeah, I've not said who I think the manager is yet, but I'm going to go with Ancelotti is the best manager in the league.
That's a
fair shout.
It's a solid shout.
Just because if you look at the stuff he's won won 3 Champions Leagues.
Yeah.
And he's only one of 2 managers to ever have done that.
Yeah.
Also, if you look at the stuff he's won, like he's won trophies, like League Cups and that, in pretty much every team he's managed.
I think he's actually the most decorated. He's like one of the top 5 most decorated managers ever. Like he's won more. Obviously, like I'm not comparing him to Sir Alex Ferguson, but he's won more than Alex Ferguson in terms of more competition. But that's like Ferguson stuck to England, which you've got to respect. Like obviously, I'm not, as I say, Ferguson is clear of Ancelotti, but I mean, you like.
Yeah, his Ancelotti's honours were like he has a lot of trophies to his name.
He's an insane manager, and he's done it with so many different clubs as well. I think Ancelotti's underappreciated just because he's not managed 6.
Yeah.
People don't often look past the big 6 when they're speaking about like best player manager. But I think Ancelotti.
No, Ancelotti for me is
I think that's another reason why he's up there. Also, not just because of ones. Look, he's coming to an Everton team that they weren't doing well. They were doing average.
Underachieving.
Think about 2 years ago.
They were underachieving. He's turned that around massively.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't it a few years ago they were employing Sam Allardyce just to drag them out of the shit, and now they're employing Carlo Ancelotti just to put into perspective. No disrespect to Big Sam.
And they got James Rodriguez there as well. That shows his pulling power.
Alan.
Yeah.
There's Luca Digne, who in my opinion is one of the most underrated players in the league.
What was on about earlier for the left backs?
When he's on his day, you're not getting past him, and he's either guaranteed a goal or assist.
His attacking ability is.
This is controversial again. Attacking wise, Digne is clear of any left back in the Premier League, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'd back that.
He's got the most goal involvements from I think it's halfway through last year to now.
He's very good, actually.
He's had a very good start to the season.
He's insane, and like now that he's playing with players like James, and this is what I'm saying about Ancelotti, how good he is. He's playing with the likes of James, Allen, Doucouré, linking up with them so well. And like he's one of the reasons why Calvert-Lewin's got such good service as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just working for them.
So yeah, that's what.
I mean, could they get Champions League? I mean, it's not out of the possibility, but it would be tough for them, isn't it? Like the league is so tight this season.
I reckon they just miss out on it.
Yeah, but Europa League is good for them. Like I reckon, that's a step. Like, have they ever been in Europa League?
That's a step back in the right direction for teams.
I think that's a discussion that obviously I think for another day we can get onto. I reckon.
Yeah.
In a couple weeks or so, we'll go for our sort of.
I say so next week. I'll let us know in the comments what you think, but I think next week we should do England 23.
England team. I'd say I would say top 7 and the 3 relegation places at the end of the season.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm willing. That's 2 things, and then we could also.
Probably talk about maybe the shock results that happened in the FA Cup on the weekend.
Yeah, most underrated player at every team. I feel like that's a good debate point.
I think that's a
very good.
And we should talk about if Werner's world class after he bags a hat trick against Luton. That'd be good.
Of course.
Now, I think one thing I was a bit like recently, I was just looking at like MLS and stuff, and it's not like obviously we talk about Premier League mainly, but I thought like maybe for 5 minutes, and like not yet, but maybe in the future we could just talk about like different leagues or just like how football's growing in different countries. I don't know.
Yeah, I've
talk about the standards of different leagues in different countries as well.
I've got a little fun idea. I reckon that we should all come up with the weirdest football story of the week that we could find and just explain that. Just explain the weirdest football story we could find in the past 7 days. That'd be a decent bit of fun.
Aidan's been sitting on that one for the past hour waiting to say that.
Nah, it come to me a minute ago. I just thought, what an idea.
Yeah, you could talk about transfer gossip. Yeah, there's so much. Like,
it's football. Like,
we should do a little fun.
What people want to see, I'll put a whatever question.
Yeah.
Poll. Yeah, we'll stick on a couple polls.
Poll up on Instagram.
Yeah, all things football.
Don't dance on it, Aidan.
Is that what it's called?
Football debates. But
football debates. Yes, that thing. Yeah, we'll go go follow that. But why not?
Link down below.
Links to the Instas down below.
So we have been the All Out Attack podcast. Thanks for listening, lads.
Thanks. See you next week.
Thank you.
See you next week.